Drag and drop your files, or type, paste, and edit your text here. Text Magic Text-to-Speech Converter is a professional text-to-speech program that converts any written text into speech just in seconds. For that, you just need to insert your text here and play it. Also, you can download a converted audio on your computer free of charge. A recent trend in the entertainment world is to adapt classic works of literature for either TV or movies. One argument is that this is to everyone's benefit, as it introduces people to work they might otherwise never have, but is rarely done successfully. It isn't rare for private equity houses to hire grads fresh out of business school, he said, but 9 times out of 10, the students who nab these jobs are the ones who had private equity experience under their belt before even starting their MBA program. There are, of course, intercultural difficulties as well as language difficulties, he said. There are, of course, also many Australian students who don't speak such fantastically good English either. The number one biggest difference between the bacteria in your body and the cells making up your body are these tiny cellular components called organelles. You've actually learned a lot about organelles in other lessons without knowing it. Organelles are simply membrane-bound compartments within a cell, such as the nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplasts, Golgi, and endoplasmic reticulum. Botanic gardens are scientific and cultural institutions established to collect, study, exchange and display plants for research and for the education and enjoyment of the public. There are major botanic gardens in each capital city. A picnic is a leisurely outdoor meal or gathering where people enjoy food, often in a natural setting like a park or beach. It's a relaxed and enjoyable way to spend time with friends and family, often involving blankets, baskets, and simple, portable dishes. A motorcycle race is a competition where riders race on bikes, aiming to finish a course in the fastest time. It's a thrilling sport with various categories and captivates enthusiasts worldwide. Steroids are synthetic substances that can mimic the effects of natural hormones in the body. They are often used in medicine to treat various conditions but can also be misused as performance-enhancing drugs, which is illegal and harmful to health. Steroid misuse can have serious side effects. The ocean is Earth's vast saltwater body, encompassing major oceans like the Atlantic and Pacific. It regulates climate, supports diverse life, and plays a crucial role in transportation and recreation.
A landslide is a sudden and rapid movement of a large amount of earth, rocks, or debris down a slope. It can be triggered by heavy rain, earthquakes, or human activities. Landslides pose significant risks to people, property, and the environment.
Flowers are the reproductive structures of plants, known for their colorful and fragrant petals. They play a crucial role in pollination, attracting insects and animals to help plants reproduce. Flowers are also commonly used for decoration, gift-giving, and symbolize various emotions and occasions. Architecture is the art and science of designing and building structures, blending creativity with engineering to create functional, aesthetically pleasing spaces for various purposes, influencing our physical environment and reflecting cultural and historical aspects. Shopping is the activity of buying goods or services, typically in stores or online. It's a common part of daily life, allowing people to acquire items they need or desire. Shopping can be for necessities like groceries or for leisure, such as clothing or electronics, and often involves making choices based on preferences, budget, and personal style. Mountains are large landforms with elevated peaks and steep slopes. They are formed through geological processes and can be found on every continent. Mountains offer breathtaking scenery and are often popular for outdoor activities like hiking and skiing. They also play vital roles in influencing weather patterns and preserving biodiversity. As the inventor of alternating current technology, Nikola Tesla played a paramount role in the electricity used to power the entire world. Tesla also worked diligently on a dream of supplying electrical power without wires. Thomas Edison was also instrumental in shaping society today with his inventions. Sausages are meat-based food products made by stuffing ground meat or other ingredients into a casing. They come in various types, flavors, and sizes and can be cooked in different ways, such as grilling, frying, or boiling. Sausages are a popular food item enjoyed around the world, often served in sandwiches, breakfast dishes, or as a part of various meals. The Arabian Sea is a body of water located between the Arabian Peninsula and the Indian subcontinent. It's part of the Indian Ocean and is known for its warm waters, serving as a vital maritime trade route and hosting diverse marine life. Students are individuals engaged in learning, typically in educational institutions like schools, colleges, or universities. They acquire knowledge and skills to prepare for future careers and personal development. Students' experiences vary widely, and education plays a fundamental role in shaping their futures. Digital marketing is using online platforms like social media and websites to promote products. It includes strategies like content creation and advertising to engage with the target audience. It's crucial for modern businesses, offering precise targeting and real-time tracking. In addition to exploring the possible antecedents of theater, scholars have also theorized about the motives that led people to develop theater. Why did theater develop, and why was it valued after it ceased to fulfill the function of ritual? Most answers fall back on the theories about the human mind and basic human needs. You ought to know what to do to help a person who is choking. First, you stand behind the choking victim and put your arms around his or her waist. Second, you make a fist and place the thumb side against the person's stomach just above the navel, but below the ribs. A watershed stores rainwater once it filters through the soil. Once the watershed soils are saturated, water will either percolate deeper or run off the surface. This can result in freshwater aquifers and springs. Also, water moves through the soil to seeps and springs, and is ultimately released into streams, rivers, and the ocean. The basic premise in the management of any system is the ability to minimize risk. In the context of an ecosystem, one of the important questions is the integrity of the environment and how this integrity is compromised by management. With mismanagement in ecosystems, the risk of permanent damage to the environment is very high. Experiential purchases are also more associated with identity, connection, and social behavior. Looking back on purchases made, experiences make people happier than do possessions. It's kind of counter to the logic that if you pay for an experience, like a vacation, it will be over and gone. As oil becomes increasingly difficult to find, the search for it is extended into more hostile environments. The development of the oil field on the north slope of Alaska and the construction of the Alaska Pipeline are examples of the great expense and difficulty involved in new oil discoveries. One of the strangest things about tickling is that it's pretty much impossible for a person to tickle himself or herself. The reason you can't tickle yourself is that when you move a part of your own body, a part of your brain monitors the movement and anticipates the sensations that it will cause. Scientists have identified the maximum mix of heat and humidity a human body can survive. Even a healthy young person will die after enduring 6 hours of 35 degrees Celsius warmth when coupled with 100% humidity, but new research shows that threshold could be significantly lower. Ask bacteria where they'd like to live, and they'll answer, "A kitchen sponge, please." Sponges are microbe paradises, capable of housing 54 billion bacteria per cc. In addition to being damp, airy and loaded with food scraps, sponges provide an optimal physical environment for bacteria, researchers report February 10 in Nature Chemical Biology.
History is selective. What history books tell us about the past is not everything that happened, but what historians have selected. They cannot put in everything. Choices have to be made. Choices must similarly be made about which aspects of the past should be formally taught to the next generation in the shape of school history lessons. Being scared to death boils down to our autonomic response to a strong emotion, such as fear. For fear-induced deaths, the demise starts with our fight or flight response, which is the body's physical response to a perceived threat. This response is characterized by an increased heart rate, anxiety, perspiration, and increased blood glucose levels. Relationships are connections between people based on emotions, interactions, and shared experiences. They can be family, friendships, or romantic partnerships. Good relationships are built on trust, communication, and understanding, while nurturing a sense of companionship and support. A cloudburst, also known as a cloudburst, is a sudden and intense rainfall from a cloud. It happens when a large amount of water falls from the sky in a short time, often causing flash floods and waterlogging. Cloudbursts can lead to swift and heavy water flow, posing risks to people and property. Fast food is quick and ready-to-eat food that is usually sold at restaurants or food outlets. It's convenient but often not very healthy, with options like burgers, fries, and fried chicken. Regularly eating fast food can lead to health problems, so it's important to balance it with nutritious choices. Snacks are small portions of food eaten between meals. They can be savory or sweet and provide a quick energy boost. Common snacks include chips, nuts, fruits, and cookies. Choosing healthy snacks like vegetables or yogurt can help maintain a balanced diet. Hills are elevated areas of land that are higher than the surrounding land but not as tall as mountains. They often have gentle slopes and can be covered in vegetation. Hills offer scenic views, recreational activities, and can influence local weather patterns. A village is a small community or settlement in rural areas. It's usually smaller than a town or city and often characterized by close-knit relationships among residents. Villages typically have fewer amenities and services compared to urban areas but offer a simpler and more peaceful way of life. Diamonds are valuable gemstones formed deep within the earth under high pressure and temperature. They are known for their exceptional brilliance and hardness, making them the hardest natural material. Diamonds are often used in jewelry as symbols of love and status. They can be colorless or come in various colors like blue, pink, and yellow. A stroke is a medical condition that happens when the blood flow to a part of the brain is interrupted. It can be caused by a blood clot or a burst blood vessel. Strokes can lead to brain damage and affect speech, movement, and other functions. Quick medical attention is crucial for better recovery. A magnet is an object that attracts certain materials like iron and steel. It has two ends called poles, a north pole and a south pole. Opposite poles attract, while the same poles repel each other. Magnets are used in everyday things like fridge magnets and can also be used in technology, like electric motors.